Marilyn Hoyt came to Whitworth from Camas, Washington in 1966. As a music major with an arts administration minor, Marilyn could only dream of the future awaiting her, a future filled with outstanding achievements and defined purpose. She lived in Ballard Hall and says that to this day she is able to sleep through cataclysmic events as a result of the noise generated from the residents at all hours. I'm not sure if Ballard Hall and all the women who were my friends there represent a calling, she says, but I do know that a rich little kid from Camas found a place to see the world as a broader, more jolly, and less black and white place because of my time spent there. Along with her time in Ballard, one of Marilyn's Whitworth memories was when she signed up to read the names of fallen Vietnam soldiers as part of Spring Remembrance. She says it was the 60s and notions of social justice were just finding their voice. This memory marks a place in history for me. Marilyn says the professors like Margie Mayotte, Leonard Martin, Tom Tavener, and Leonard Oakland stand out from her time at Whitworth. She specifically remembers the foreign films Leonard showed in class, films that challenged her conservative background and gave her permission to ask tough questions. While at Whitworth, Marilyn served 2 Jan terms in internships with the Metropolitan Opera and the Washington State Arts Commission. In addition to these internships, Leonard Martin opened doors for vocal music majors at Whitworth to compete in the Metropolitan Opera regional auditions. Marilyn was a first-tier winner in 1970. After graduation, she went on as a scholarship student at the Cleveland Institute of Music, before working as grants officer with the Washington State Arts Commission for 7 years. By the late 1970s, Marilyn had found her niche career in cultural management. Her husband's work in zoo administration required that they find a bigger city with more professional opportunities, so the family relocated to New York, where Marilyn found work with a national organization presenting artists in schools. Then, in the early 80s, Marilyn was recruited to serve as a grants officer for the Westchester Arts Council, the largest United Arts fund in the nation. My interest in nonprofit cultural organizations continued to grow, she says, and during that time, she helped found the Association of Development Officers in Westchester County. Then an opportunity came along that would eventually become one of Marilyn's greatest legacies, a chance to serve as the first development officer for a new science center in New York City. The building itself was originally built for the 1964 World's Fair, but Marilyn saw the potential within it to create what would someday be the city's hands-on science center. Now, 20 years later, she has raised more than $200 million for the New York Hall of Science and has served in a variety of high-level leadership positions as president, CEO, post-founder president, and CEO. The center features the largest collection of hands-on science exhibits in New York City and has served more than 7 million visitors since 1986. Today, Marilyn chairs the board of a national startup called New Knowledge, serves on the advisory committees of both the Masters in Fundraising program of Columbia University and Chicago's National Housing Museum. She serves on the board of Science Friday and writes for journals in the Science Center field in the U.S. and in India. She has been recognized for her advocacy work in support of nonprofits, led by and serving minority communities, demonstrated by recognitions such as the 2007 Fanny Calderon de la Barca Award given by the Latin American Women's Council. Marilyn recognizes that success comes with the help of many. Most accomplishments, she says, are so deeply dependent upon the support and intelligence of those with whom we have the good fortune to live and work. Marilyn hopes her life's work will leave a legacy of ongoing intelligence, fortitude, curiosity, and tenacious decency in each generation of her family. The same characteristics that have made Marilyn so successful in her fruitful career and in her other passions and pursuits.